So, this is another question. Says my Peugeot 406 V6 refused to start this morning. I scanned it and it gave me this report. And from what I could see here, it's showing. Hold on, guys. What's it? It's showing P0113 inlet air thermistor signal permanent fault. P0335 engine speed sensor signal permanent fault. Okay. I look at the manual and it pointed to crankshaft sensor. So I changed it and rescanned it and it gave me this. I know the cause of the P0113, but the speed sensor signal is still there. I don't know what to check again. I would really appreciate your input. Okay. Now, this thing, what's it called? Your injection ECU is a Bosch ME747. ME747, which is similar to that of the Bosch ME746. Okay, so yours, there's one observation I've made. I think on two occasions, Peugeot 407 V6. Okay, not necessarily V6. Alright, so let me not limit it to that Bosch system that I mentioned. That's Bosch ME746, because I've also experienced it on a magnetic Marari. It's more like what's the injection system of all these EW engines? Honestly, don't have them offered. So I've experienced such issues. So they are more like similar. They do happen in all these engines. Where sometimes you get this engine speed sensor, which is telling you of course, engine speed sensor is can also be regarded as RPM sensor. Can also be called crankshaft position sensor. Okay, yeah. So what actually resolve this thing I'm trying to talk about is, I disconnected the engine speed sensor, then disconnected the engine ECU, connected the two back, and the car came back to life. Not on my own personal car. I'm just talking about, over the years, while diagnosing people cars, and these are for some reasons do this thing and they start working. I will repeat it again. Disconnect the what's it called? The engine speed sensor. Disconnect the engine ECU. Reconnect all of them back. Crank the engine. Boom, comes back alive. So sometimes, usually they give you one kind of system, like when you crank the engine, it behave as if it wants to start, but it goes off. It starts as if it wants to start, it goes off. You scan the car, it will tell you something like starting anomaly, blah blah blah, engine speed, blah blah blah. You disconnect it, plug it back. But I think most times it could be, I don't know what usually causes it, because it's when it happens that people call your attention, you go there, the other, it's, to me, I'd rather think, could it be there's a crash on the software that made it to, for some reason, engine ECU stop getting the feedback from the engine speed sensor. So, to be honest, replacing the engine speed sensor is not what I usually do. Don't bother removing it, because from what I've understood, and my observation, the engine speed sensor on EW engine and the ES engines, they are very, very durable. Very, very durable. No, this is not a joke. Very durable compared to the ones on TU engines. The ones on TU engines, they are always giving one error or the other. In fact, it's especially TU3. Especially that TU3. This time, TU5 can do that most time, but most of the TU3, you plug in your scan to scan it. The first fault you see there is engine speed sensor, blah, 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 signal. Blah. And funny enough, it will still be starting, The engine will still start, but the fault is already be there whenever you scan the vehicle. But the EWGs, no, they are not known for that. I'm not saying they can, of course, they are parts, they can always fail, but it's not like a common issue with them. We come across it every once in a while. So that's why I don't go, I don't like, okay, replace it. No. Just do these two things I mentioned and see if it will release that, the software will reset themselves. Most times you may go to the extent of, resetting the entire system, like disconnect the BSM, disconnect the BSI unit, disconnect the ABS. If it's automatic, disconnect the ABS ECU as well. Everything, all these major ECUs or components or modules that works with starting the vehicle. Disconnect them, disconnect the battery, wait for a while, reconnect, then see what happens, you know. So if I were you, I'll try that. However, the engine speed ECU, the engine speed sensor, the function of it is also to tell you about the state of. You can also report that your timing is off. Yes, I know sometimes it's supposed to work with the camshaft position sensor. Yes, it's supposed to work with it to tell you when your timing is off. Not necessarily off as in has caught, broken, or it's more like trying to tell you that the camshaft and the crankshaft they no longer synchronize with each other. So, but because it's V6, the timing is somewhere I don't usually go to because to be honest, I've never come across a V6 that timing belt has broken. Never. This is not a joke. I've never, in the how many years I've spent in auto industry in diagnosis and repair, I've never seen any V6 with a timing belt failure. Never. Can it break or fail? Yes. So it can be taken. I don't say go and take it for granted. But compare it to the other engines produced the same year, the four-cylinder engines, oh, come on, it's not going here. So that's how good these V6 engines are, you know. Yet, of course, like I said, don't take it for granted because I say so. You don't leave your timing belt and it expires and it breaks and I come back to complain. So, but another thing, of course, if you give it to somebody who doesn't know how to set the timing of V6 and he set it the wrong way, it could slip off. Or it doesn't tell, it did not, person did not tension the belt well. If the belt could slip off and wreck the entire engine, at least the valves. Come on, V6. If your valves, all your valves get destroyed. In fact, if your timing belt is caught on V6, don't even bother trying to. What will you do? It's as good as buying the entire head. It's not like you're going to get the valves in the new market, the new ones. So you might get second-hand ones. But most times you end up changing the entire head, or if I end up buying another engine. I'm saying don't lose your timing out. That's what I'm saying in this video. In case it's trying to tell you something is going wrong in your timing chamber. So don't lose it out. First do the electronic ones first. This the more like a reset to see if that's going to fix the problem. Disconnect the engine ECU, disconnect the speed sensor, engine speed sensor, disconnect the BSM, disconnect BSI, disconnect ABS. All this I'm talking about the plugs attached on these modules. Disconnect the transmission ECU since it's a V6, which it has an AM6 automatic gearbox. So disconnect them, wait for a few minutes, maybe 2. And then I don't even need to wait that long. Reconnect and start the vehicle. You may not need to clear the fault. Just start, see what happens. If it continues, I will worry about your timing. That's what I'm saying. The next thing I will do is to check my timing if it continues. The other faults, inlet thermistor signal. Funny enough, it's permanent fault. I don't know. This sensor, this we call it IAT sensor. This IAT sensor is that small sensor that is attached. It's actually brown. It's attached on the air filter box. Yes, the air filter box. You see one brown sensor with 2 wire plug attached on the air filter brush. So find out if that sensor is still plugged in. If it's not plugged in, that's why it's giving you that inlet air thermistor signal, permanent fault. That permanent fault means, see, to be honest, that sensor hardly fails. Have I ever come across faulty one? I think maybe one. It's very indestructible. It's almost like the same with the EW engines, except that the EW engines, their own, is mounted on the intake manifold, the throttle body, they say. Yeah, I would say throttle body, depending on the models, or the injection system. Like that, the ones in 406 are different from I'm talking about the design or the location of that they are mounted. While some, in fact, they are integrated inside the map sensor. So, like EW10A, EW7A, TU5JP4, TU3JP, stuff like that. But the EW10J4, EW7J4, ES9J4S, ES9A, they use almost similar, if not identical, IAT sensors. So, but the locations where they are mounted are different. So go and check that your air filter box to be sure that that plug is connected very well, or that maybe something is wrong with the plug, or that somebody changed the plug and did not connect or connected it in the wrong way, and it's not showing you this one. However, will it cause this kind of issue? I don't think so. It's just more like it fine-tunes fuel consumption. So it's not unless there's a raw connection there. Maybe the wire is touching somewhere and it's messing up the engine ECU. So I don't know. Let's go and check it. That's the reason that what's the code? P0113. I didn't actually look up for this code, but I'm just looking at what is on the screen. So, but I'm looking at the definition, inlet air thermistor. Now, the thing is this. Yeah, I could say it appears you use a professional scan tool for this diagnosis, for this scanning. But there are some things I just wish or prefer to use PP2000. One thing I've observed is, see, I don't have a generic scan tool. I have like two. So, but I've observed that most times when you plug this generic scan tool and plug a professional scan tool like PP2000, some of the definition, error code definitions are not the same with PP2000. Sometimes even the error code will even differ. So PP2000, I always rely on them, what Peugeot is saying there, not what the general diagnostic tools they are saying. No, I want what Peugeot, they did this programming, know what what are they saying specifically that is the cause. So if their definition may differ from these ones, that's the point. That's why I didn't even bother to look up for this error code you attached, because it may be different from what PP2000 says. So maybe you plug in PP2000, it may even be a complete different thing that will come up, not what we are seeing on yours. Or it could be the same. I'm not saying it's a fact that PP2000 reports something different from these two. So, but I'm just telling you, have that at the back of your mind as well, that it's possible that there could be more issues relating to this, what you are experiencing, than what you are showing on the screen. Okay, so I think I've tried answered the best I can for your issue. So wish you the best. If you have any more questions, you can always ask or put in the comment section. Or you can always send it to me on WhatsApp, Telegram, or Instagram. All right, that's all.